So, congratulations to Doncaster, who've picked up the second title of the day, their second title of the season, having finished top of the table and now won the championship by way of the grand final. But the first game we saw today really did whet our appetite for the whole day's rugby league. It was the Challenge Trophy, the Amateur Games Challenge Trophy between Leigh Miners Rangers and Egremont Rangers. Now, coming into this game, Leigh Miners very much the favourites because they're a division higher than Egremont. But what a game, what a story that unravelled. Dave Woods had a very close eye on this, and we're going to talk through it right now. This is the story of the game then. Ross Bradley, an early scorer for Leigh Miners. They're the team in yellow, aren't they, Dave? And this is a good finish here.
Yeah, very good finish. It was a neat kick. Just it was a little short side play, neat kick through, and the captain and the man that ended up getting man of the match, O'Brien, picked up the ball and just threw it inside to Bradley for a good 4-pointer.
So Egremont stretched here. This was fairly early in the first half, and the try was converted, and they also added a penalty as well. There's Bradley with a finish. So that 4-0, 6-0 became 8-0, and Leigh Miners up and running. And then the second try, Martin Lewis, his first of the day.
Yeah, it was his first of many, but it was great work from the Leigh side, because they kicked a 40-20 just before that to get the scrum, and it was just again, it was just no set play. It was just from the scrum. The ball just went out wide, and Lewis, he looked really good out on the wing. He's just seeing it now. Just a poor read from the centre from the Egremont. Came in when he didn't have to. Still had plenty to do, Lewis, and he brushed off a couple of would-be tacklers and went over for his first try.
So that was 14 points to nil, Martin Lewis's first try, and here's his second of the day, which helped make it 20 points to nil.
Well, again, it was O'Brien. O'Brien just put a good kick across, and again, the set before, they did exactly the same thing. They isolated the winger on that side for Egremont, but O'Brien couldn't come down with it. He knocked it on. This time, again, pinpoint accuracy, and he goes up, takes the ball with two hands, and just really good leap for the ball, and they just isolated that winger out on that side.
So it's all going one way. This is the second half now. A bit of a mistake in the middle, and it's nipped in by Aaron Gorton, making it 26 points.
Yeah, he was very good for the Leigh side. The hooker there, he went off for a spell and came back on, and that was the first try in the second half to them, and they led 20-0 at half time, and then put this one straight under the post, and you thought that was it. It was all done and dusted, but they showed some courage and some faith in themselves, the Egremont side, and really worked hard to get back into the game.
So 26 points to nil, and it stayed that way until an hour played, and suddenly a spark of life from the Egremont Rangers. Gary Ellett getting their first try of the day.
Yeah, they started to throw the ball around. They started to push up off the ball, and they just did really well. Elliott, he did a lot of work in the middle of the field, and he just collected that first try for him, and that just, they still weren't over enthusiastic, but they were in the game.
They scored again. John-Paul Brocklebank.
Yeah, look, this was a great little pass. I thought Alistair Leigh, the number 14 here, you see him, he looks on the inside to throw the ball, and then without even looking throws it to Brocklebank, and he just goes over. Very good try. Again then, the next set,
James McDonald.
That was from the kick-off. They went the length, they got a penalty, went the length. McDonald, little halfback, burrowed over, got the try. You could see the urgency then. They were rushing around, kicking the goal, and then the big fella, Big Farah.
Richard Farah, 26-24 when this went over.
You're not going to stop him there. Look at the size of the bloke, and he's just charged over, and you could see the heads from Leigh Miners. Their heads were down. Everyone from Egremont was, they had a huge crowd here. They were cheering him on. And you could see, look at them, they want it, they want the game. Brocklebank put the ball over between the posts, and this was the killer. Egremont come up with an error. Forward pass from dummy half, and O'Brien again. He's a smart footballer, he's got a good kicking game. He's just put a neat little kick through, and it was the bloke that scored the two in the first half, got his hat-trick. Did well. That was with a couple of minutes to go, and they thoroughly deserved their victory, but geez, they had to work hard for it, and it was an outstanding game. And Egremont,
O'Brien is there, the man of the match,
very proud. Yeah, he was, and both sides played great. Egremont can be very proud of their efforts.
So well done to Alan Coleman, the coach. I think it's his first year as the Leigh Miners Rangers coach. So well done to Alan Coleman and all those involved at Leigh Miners. Well done to Egremont for making it such a terrific game as well.